It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You hear me whispering because as we speak, there is something going on in the theater.
I'm so excited. This is everything that you've always wanted to do in our studio.
Yes.
We are doing multiple things at the same time.
This is very scary.
It's more than, chewing gum and talking at the same time. We're actually doing our show. And in our theater, we've got Sandra Torres. She's giving a workshop with the United Women Latinas group talking about leveling up your business and how to succeed in 2020. And as soon as they're done and the networking begins, then we're going to have Fuego over in our other studio with DJ Joe. He's going to be hosting Fuego. So it's really, really exciting what's happening right here at the Brooklyn Cafe Studios. If you're in the area, we are at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard. The sign says Little Pond Family Theater. Come on out, say hello, let us meet you, love to greet you, and our doors are always open. Happy Tuesday to you.
Tuesday. And the amazing thing about this is that I'm stressing everybody out. I got poor Bev over here stressed out like that. She's doing sound. She's doing board.
Bev is amazing.
Are we doing good?
Her name's not Bev, it's B. So B.
Who's Bev? This is BEV.
BEA. You just wrote BEV.
I don't know who she is.
She's amazing. B is actually the editor of Cafe Press. They'll be going out this week, and she's working on a new article because I looked at it last night and said, oh, let's put Sandra in there, and let's put the women in there. Because you know what? We're still in January, although it feels like we've been in 2020 for quite a while. It's only January 21st, but it is the year to level up your business, to level up your life and say, you know what? I got that. And you know what she says? Sandra said, if you feel fear, that means you should probably do it, because that means you're out of your comfort zone and you say, you know what, I got to get up and go.
That's true, because if you don't feel it, make sure my one is open. No, I'm on one. Just one, the very first one. Make sure that's working. Is that working? Because I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Okay, but you have to be able to the first one, honey. Forget about the rest. Just the first one. That's right. Make sure that it's muted. Now it's not muted. See, you gotta unmute. All you working is the mute button and the slide and nothing else. Just me and Dawn. Forget about the rest of them. Just me and Dawn.
All right, we're good to go.
Yeah, we're good to go. And it's funny because when you say fear, which is appropriate because today's show is about fear and not having it, not paying attention to it, not doing anything with it, overcoming it. So the bottom line is, how unique is it that today we are attempting to do things, everybody's out of their comfort zone. And hold on a second, everybody's out of their comfort zone. Everybody is trying to do what they can do.
I feel very calm though.
Of course, because you're just sitting here.
I feel very calm. No, we've done a lot of prep work this morning. I mean, truly, this is a production house. And you can bring in your organization and your ideas to network within our production house, and we will produce what you want to get that out to your audience and your mission. Not only what we get to do in our studio, but there's so much space around here. We've had 9 working sets.
Yeah, well, right now, I just need one to work.
It all works. We're good to go.
Teddy's
on vacation, so Teddy, we do miss you. Different interns and different producers are coming. The semester is just starting. We've got a few more interviewing this week.
Yes.
Got a lot going on.
It is. And it takes a lot of people to raise a child in a village. And this is our child, and we're trying to raise it. And there are going to be bumps in the road and things that work and don't work. But I'm going to tell you something. When it works, man, it is a well-oiled machine, and it is spectacular because you're doing so many things.
Great. Aren't you glad, though, that we went with Comcast versus that other company? Because
Yes.
if we're where we are right now with Comcast and we're leveling that up as well, we would be in like
It's so
Red
funny.
Flintstone land.
She all of a sudden she's talking leveling and talking
We're leveling.
bandwidth. She's
We're
talking
going
all
up.
this stuff. When I started with Dawn, it was just a cam and
when
a
you started
computer.
with Dawn, she didn't even know that had a computer screen on it.
She kept wondering, why was I looking at that? And I
I
said,
kept
this is a
thinking, why are
TV
you
screen.
looking at your box? This was for 6 months. I had no idea there was a computer on that other side.
You are just strictly hilarious. I just want you to know.
But you know what? I know what it is to bring professionalism and what we want to do. And the only way we can teach our crew, and this is what Sandra's talking about, is it needs to meet your expectations and then above that. Because everyone looks up to you as the business owner to say, what do you want? And that's how you learn. And it's not
Exactly.
personal, it's business. And when you have a great group like we do, it's constructive. I don't want to even call it criticism. It's having the conversation to say, this is my vision, what's yours? Let's make it work together. And that's how we all grow in business.
Well, the bottom line here is that nobody's born knowing. Everything you learn, you learn. Some learn faster than others, and that may be great, maybe not great. It doesn't matter, but you eventually get there. So give yourself a chance.
Although there is a theory
Oh, here we go.
that says when you
Yeah,
were
here we go.
born, you know everything.
Yeah,
And then
that's-
God taps you right here, that little angel kiss on the top of your lip, and says, you're not going to remember anything. And now you're going to have the messages to learn all of that. And you're going to have the life experiences to get there and relearn it in this lifetime.
Well, the bottom line here is, I don't
Don't you
care.
like that theory? That's this little kiss
I-
right at the top of your lip.
Yeah, I heard all about those rumors too, something. I don't believe in any of
You
that. I believe
don't?
you learn everything as you go along, and that's why you come back. You come back to learn. Some of us get it, some of us don't. It's the way it works.
We're all a work in progress.
That's right. So the bottom line here is that you wanted to go and grow, and you wanted to be bigger and better, and you want to do it differently. I think that the most unique thing about anything that we do is to do it differently. Everybody has a business, very similar businesses, right? I mean, tires in this country, everybody makes tires. Not in this country, but they make tires, right?
Everyone needs tires on their car.
So how come there's 400 different types of tires?
Everyone needs tires on the car. Do you remember last week we talked about what was the most important invention in the past 100 years?
Yes.
Do you know what came out the next day?
What?
105 years ago, the neon light was created. The day after we had that conversation.
I know, somebody must be listening.
Yeah, or we're connected to the vibration of the universe. But isn't that amazing? 105 years ago, the neon light was created, and they have this whole dump yard of neon lights in Las Vegas.
A dump yard?
A neon
I
light
thought they had planes.
salvage yard.
I thought they had salvage.
Think about all the old neon lights that were in Las Vegas, the original. They're in a salvage yard. It's like a park now. You can go out there and see it.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
very
cool, right?
nice. Very nice.
What's going on over there? DJ, what's happening over there?
No, don't.
We've got DJ Fergie.
Let her. Wait, she's ready? All right, so go up there and just let us know and scream when you're ready.
We're going to have
we
DJ
have-
Fergie over in the New Dawn
they're
Theater. He's
going
going to
to-
share a little bit of what's going on
I
over at
got.
the
I gotta
United
switch
Latinas.
chairs. Ouch.
You're going to
my
switch
ear.
chairs? I know. It's a lot of moving parts. We're going old school here. Freddie's teaching and he's running board, and we've got a lot going on. I'm not even going to give you our phone lines, but I'm just going to say, come on down to 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard. I even think Leslie Carmen from Carmen Care is over there. We're going to switch over to DJ Fercho and Sandra. See what's going on over there? DJ, take it away.
Hello and welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We are live, and this is my type of event, the United Latinas with Dawn and Freddie. We are at the Brooklyn Cafe, and we have a privilege. We really have a privilege to have Sandra Torres, we have Claudia, and we have Yolanda. I met them during the Christmas time and New Year's. We celebrated the holidays. That was fantastic. We put a little bit of music, but this is what we are doing. So welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We are live at the Brooklyn Cafe. How are you?
I'm great, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And you represent any organization, or you are part of the United Latinas?
I'm a part of the United Latinas, but I also have All Bits Tech, which is my company. It's an IT consulting firm.
IT consultant.
Yes.
I need to talk to you too. You see everyone. I need to talk to everybody. Claudia, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
And tell us a little bit about what you do, how you are involved with the United Latinas.
Oh, I love to empower women. That's what I'm joining United Latinas. I work for a nonprofit organization for children, and I work for ProAmerica, as an independent agent.
Excellent. And Sandra, of course, tell us a little bit about United Latinas for all the viewers and all the people that are listening to us
Yes.
right now live.
Yes, United Latinas is a group geared to empower Latinas and Hispanic women and really get them out of their comfort zone, push women outside of their comfort zones. That's the most important thing that I want to stress, is moving women past that.
Fantastic. Great, great job. And we at the Brooklyn Cafe, El Fuego, we are so excited to have you here, okay?
Thank you.
We are going now back, and it's
have
nice
three
to see
open?
all of you. Enjoy it. There's a couple of things there. I haven't tasted any of that, but I'm going to taste some of that. And we are going back to Dawn and Freddie.
And we are back. We are so excited to have United Latinas in the house.
Y'all come on up, ladies.
We've got some ladies that are joining us from the Aesthetic Center. They'll be joining us. We have
Some of the sponsors to the event.
some of the sponsors of the event. We
Which are
have
kinda
Abby Karasik and Lucibel Daniels. Welcome, ladies. How are you doing?
Thank you. Oh, you're so far away.
She's so far away, I know. Why don't you sit
Want
next
me
to
to
her?
move over?
Yeah, have a seat. We're going to move Abby over. How you doing,
Here I
ladies?
am.
Very good. I'm happy to be here.
How long have you been a part of United Latinas?
This is my first day here. Abby had actually invited me to this event.
Yes, I've actually been a member about 6 months. I'm one of the only gringas in the group. I am not Latina, but I am a woman, so I was interested in the group, and I just love their energy.
And what are you representing? Are you speaking today? Do you have a table here as a sponsor?
We have a table. We've sponsored a table, so we brought in our products and our services, and we're talking to all the ladies about what we do. So.
And tell us what you do.
I like to make women feel more beautiful and confident. That's what I say I do. I did massage for many, many years and then switched it up and went into aesthetics. And I do skincare, I do dermaplaning, microneedling. I do a lot of massage in my services. I also do some energy healing and basically just make women feel better about themselves and show them how to take care of their skin, and that's about it. That's what I do.
And Linda, what do you do?
I actually specialize in permanent makeup services. So anything from brows, lips, eyeliner, to even scar and stretch mark camouflaging. We actually started our nonprofit organization this year. It's called Aesthetic Care Foundation. We provide free treatment for people who've gone under chemotherapy, if they've had a mastectomy. We even do medical permanent makeup. So we tattoo areolas, scars. We try to camouflage as much as we can to kind of restore you back to normality. And that's, kind of tying into this United Latinas group, which when Abby told me about it, I was thrilled to come along. Just to bring women together and empower them and just make them feel better.
Are you Latina?
Yes, I am. I'm from Venezuela.
Oh, okay. And Sandra Torres, are you the creator of United Latinas? Or
I
co-creator?
I am.
I have to tell you, I have never heard you do a presentation. You've been on set with us and you hosted your own show on WWNN, and we knew you did it, but I have to tell you, honestly, B is reworking our entire cafe press around your presentation. We're taking out our feature article, and we're doing a feature article on everything you said about growing your business in 2020. So people who didn't see it because you weren't here, I didn't want to give it away. That's why I didn't want to stream it, because this is an important event to invest in yourself. To invest in yourself, to show up, to be here, to say, you know what, I'm worth it. So you're going to want to be at the next one. But give us a little bit of information about what you talked about.
I shared, for all of us to get to create a year of success for ourselves, we have to visualize that year, right? We want to be putting in place the things that we need to do so that we can evolve to that next level, which is really thinking about what those things are. I think it's easy. We have all of these thoughts rummaging through our heads all of the time, but we don't focus those thoughts all of the time intentionally on what it is that we really want, or really have even identified those things. So it's really a lot of inner work, working within ourselves to say, okay, am I really happy? And how do I get to what really makes me happy? What are those things that make me happy? And how do I get myself more involved in doing those things?
And how do we do that?
You execute a plan. You work. So a lot of that is, coming face to face with the things that you have to do that really inhibit growth, right? Which is we need to challenge ourselves at
And
the
that's
very
not
core.
easy.
It's not easy.
Right, we talked about fear.
It's
Have
not.
you challenged yourself here enough today? I think there's probably more layers I could add. B has totally challenged herself today, but she's doing amazing.
But you want to be out of your comfort zone. That lady over there, she had a show with me, and she had never done it before. And I remember the first show she did on the air, the radio station. She was nervous, but she fought through it. And she's a warrior, you know, and you're absolutely right. What an opportunity to hear you speak. I even delayed the show to go because I was hearing your words and what you were saying. And fear will condemn you. In a fire, it will kill you. In a business, it will ruin you. So we can't go in that direction. And if you're out of your comfort zone, and I got B over here, she's way out of her. She's hitting buttons. She's all over the place.
I think I got this working.
I think she got it working.
I was so scared, but when I heard you talk about stepping out of your comfort zone today, I've never done the board by myself. Normally Teddy's here, she's amazing, but you kind of made me feel a little bit more comfortable. And like you said, we have to look fear in the face and take it face on to grow and become our next better versions of ourselves. So thank you for that.
And she just did her first interview last Friday on the air, on the radio, and I just threw her in there. And it was the first, she did fantastic. She's just been with us a few months, right?
She's incredible. She comes up from Davie, and she's part of FAU. I think you're graduating this semester. And she's just spectacular. So she's reworking the Cafe Press, and she's typing as you're talking today. She went, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is great. I love what she's saying."
Words of inspiration. And you ladies that you come forward, and the gentlemen that are even part of your organization. And we want to make it as comfortable. And we're learning. There are things at the theater that we're learning. We're learning how to put people in places and structures. And we're doing a taping at the other studio next door. Everything here is a growth in process. But I applaud because here you are, here you stand. And you stand for a cause. It's a business cause. It's a Latina cause. It's a united cause. And it's kind of cool, yes. Is it out of my comfort zone? Absolutely, but I want another layer.
You need another one.
I need another layer.
I'm so calm, which means there needs to be another layer. If I'm calm, it means I know you got this.
I got it.
So we got to put something else on your cake.
That's right. We got another intern just showed up, so we're going to be doing things of that nature as well. Now, how long have you two been part of the organization? I missed it.
United Latinas?
Yeah.
I've been with the organization about 6 months.
And how do you like
And
it?
I love it. Well, Sandra is the reason that I'm with it. I mean, I actually stepped out of my comfort zone last year. I quit my job. I became an esthetician. I had become an esthetician already, but I quit my job of 6 years, and I just said, I want to go out on my own. And I discovered Sandra, and she's been kind of like helping me along the way, like, oh, I can do this. I can be nervous, and I can do it. So she's the reason.
Yeah. Now you've got Lulu part of it, and you are one of their table sponsors.
Yes.
And what does that look like when people want to sponsor an event with you in United Latinas?
Yeah, we have all different types of sponsorships, but our goal is really to empower the women that are business owners and entrepreneurs and are in the community doing these things. So we have different sponsorships that we offer, but it's really getting them in a position where they're visible and they're trying something different and they're doing a new outlet, and challenging themselves in that process.
And what's next? When's your next event?
So our next event is February 21st, and we're actually going to also do about 3 events this year that are en español, just to cater to some of that as well. So we have a lot of events coming this year. We have a nice luncheon coming in April that we're working towards. We have our conference in October that we're looking for sponsors for. We got some awesome speakers coming, but it's every single month. About the 3rd week of the month is our events.
And how many members do you have?
We have about 50 now.
Wow. And Leslie Carmen's here, did you say?
I saw that, yes. I saw when she walked in. Now, I wanted to ask about how do you pick the theme about what you're going to talk. Like today you pick fear, okay? And how do you pick the theme that you're going to be talking about?
It's almost like I just kind of feel the vibe of like, okay, what is it that we need to address? It's almost like this aura of, okay, that's why sometimes it's difficult for me to say, okay, this is what the year's going to look like and this is what every workshop's going to, I can't function like that because I need to feel like seasons change, people change, right? So it's like, what is it that we're dealing with? What's the muck that we're all kind of like that's weighing on us? Let's address those issues. So I pick it based on what I feel is something that needs to be addressed amongst, like after talking to women and kind of like, let's address this thing. That's really.
Is your demographic of a certain age group more of one than another?
We're about 38 to 55 is our age group.
And what are you seeing as the theme? What are people stuck in this?
A lot of reinventions, right? Because I think once you hit 40, everybody kind of like takes a look in the mirror and says, okay, wait, am I happy? Am I starting from new? A lot of 40 plus, it's like you're reinventing yourself, taking on a new career or a new something.
Well, she quit her career, right?
Yes.
And you started and you reinvented yourself.
I did. I absolutely
and
did.
the challenge of reinventing yourself, forget it, we'll talk about you being a woman next, but just reinventing. I mean, you just jumped into this thing and decided to go in a different direction?
It wasn't really a completely different direction because I was working in a med spa as a massage therapist. So I was around aesthetics for a while, and I really enjoyed it, and I found it very interesting, whereas massage became very mundane. Even though I enjoyed helping people, it was mundane. So this was a way for me to step out and make it more and be less difficult on my body and use my head more and just help people in a different way.
And you were flagshipping, you were deciding what should be done, how it should be done, the proper way of doing it.
Right, because when somebody comes in, they don't really know what they need. I have to look at them and I have to decide what they need. And we decide together what they're willing to do and how much they want to do and when they want to do it. So we work together.
More pressure being a woman?
I'm sorry?
Was it more pressure for you being a woman to be your business owner?
In my business
Yeah.
is mostly women. So
Okay.
no, what the pressure was to be my age, because when I went back to school, I was old enough to be some of the students' grandmother.
Really? Wow.
I was the oldest one by decades. So yeah.
It's
So that
am-
was my biggest challenge.
Well, it's amazing because our intern is DJ. Came in here as an intern. Remember the movie Intern? That's what we called him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has all this vast experience. And you can actually do things differently than the younger groups that are learning.
Exactly.
And you have the experience to know what's right, wrong, or indifferent. So being grandma in the class is actually a blessing for your business, yes?
Absolutely, because I had been around everything for so many years that it was second nature to me. I just needed somebody to show me how to do things and to become licensed. It wasn't where, for a lot of these people, they were completely clueless. They hadn't been around it, so.
But it's about reinventing, and I was at a meeting with somebody yesterday, a woman, and I can't even say it's when you're 40. A lot seems when your kids are moving on out of the house.
Yeah.
And when they're starting that transition, and then when they're all out of the house, the empty nesting is supposed to be fabulous. And it's not always so great if you have never been outside of raising your children, because then what are you doing? And then do you have the courage to get out and reinvent yourself? It doesn't even mean getting a job or starting a career, but doing something for you, whatever that looks like, and getting up and having the drive to say, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
You address that as well?
Yeah, we talk about all that stuff. Like I said, a lot of women are at that point
Right.
of, like, okay, what am I going to do or what can I do? My son's 23, so as soon as he went off to school and he's like, well, yeah, I'm on my own. I'm like, oh, now what? Now what do I do, So I was in Jersey at that time. I sold everything and moved to Florida,
But I love how you were so authentic and you said, this is how I felt. Not that I was going to act on it, but this is how I felt, and I had to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
What does it really take to feel that broken for women? I don't know about men. To
But
say,
don't you be careful with the word broken. Not broken.
upset?
Oh,
sad, down?
maybe she needed a change.
I don't even
Stuff
mean. I don't
happens.
mean how you felt. I meant in general. For
Yeah.
people to say, I feel this level. I
Yeah.
don't feel happy. I'm not
Yeah.
motivated to get up and go.
Yeah. You know what? That it's as strange of a. It's not strange, but the word "broken." So many women resonate with that word. It's really, and that's a self-judgment. Like we think, like, am I broken because I don't do everything exactly how everybody else does it. We're measuring ourselves up to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing either. So we have to define what that is for ourselves. But it's so much, a lot of women are walking around feeling like they're broken. Something's wrong with them. They think differently. Maybe they're just, even the quirks about us, just we're walking around with that baggage,
That's tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
You
guys.
never knew this?
People. There was one lady in my life that says, Freddie, you're broken. And I look around and say, ain't nothing broken on me. Not broken. And there's another one. I love talking to business people because I love talking about adjustments. So in your life, you create adjustments. Something ain't working, you go to something else. Guys have it really simple, right? If it don't work, we go to something else. We don't break anything. We don't change anything. We just go to something else. So adjustments is very important in business. Nobody likes to talk about it. You ever invest a lot of money, you go down a path, and it's not working. And a simple adjustment may make it work. Doesn't mean you have to stop everything and start all over again. So when you say the word broken, it sort of scares me. It gives me the
I don't mean it to
shakes.
scare you, but that does seem to be a hot word that women are using.
But do you ever change from the word broken? If somebody says you're broken and then you agree, God forbid, do you ever stop being broken?
Of course.
Oh,
Do you
you do?
remember we did that segment?
Yes, I knew that was coming. The gold pieces, the plate that breaks.
Out of my head, yes.
You ever take a plate,
Ever
break
notice all I have
it?
to say is,
And
do you
the
remember? He knows
Japanese-
what I'm going to say. Yes, the kitsugi. And they break the pot, the Japanese pot, on purpose because when you put it back together with the gold, it's stronger once it's put back together.
And it's worth more.
Absolutely. But we heard that yesterday from Mama Ali. Is sometimes the more when you put it back together, you're worth more. A diamond. The more you crush the diamond, the more pressure you put on a diamond.
The bigger the diamond.
The bigger it is, the bigger it grows, glows, and grows.
Now you've met Mama Ali,
And I know.
Muhammad Ali's wife.
I know, but I haven't actually.
I thought you met her. Oh, she would be a fantastic spokesperson
Yeah.
for your event.
I'd love to. Tell me when
Because
she's on next.
she's all about charging and changing. I mean, her book is coming out. Forget about it. It's a crazy thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I just like to talk about adjustments in the business world. For women, the adjustments are different than men. And sometimes a woman has to look at things a little bit different when they're doing their business than men do. And men make more mistakes than women. And I can tell you that from 21 years in this business.
That's because we analyze it until there's no more analyzing.
I was just gonna say, is it because they're stepping into it more versus we're kind of like trying to analyze every single thing before we make a move?
But I think also women are more process oriented and men are more results oriented. So we're all into the little details and they're just jumping right into it. So there's that.
Part of it.
True.
That's
And Lulu, how about
interesting. You
always
believe that?
Been in the permanent makeup business field?
It's evolved. It's definitely evolved. I mean, I feel like any business, you have to make changes along the way or else you're going to be stagnant. And especially with a lot of saturation and a lot of competition. Competition is healthy because it makes you tweak your existing product to make it even better. And I feel like I started out in the wedding industry, so I've always been around beauty and around women and just, especially like sharing that special day, that it's kind of evolved into that feeling just more in a permanent state. So now we evolved from from regular makeup for special events to permanent makeup. And then from there we evolved into the medical permanent makeup. So we're just kind of reaching different levels and trying to, I guess, reach that client at exactly what they need. Not everybody is going to be, a candidate, or not everybody is into makeup, or say they want to avoid makeup altogether. We provide those options for them without having to, go under the knife. All of our services are non-invasive, so we've evolved from there, from, just on the surface to internal.
We used to do that makeup line. I can't remember the name of it. Crunchy. And I learned so much
We carry
about.
some of their products.
Do you?
They're actually a fabulous line. One of the reps is one of our clients, and she's the one that introduced us into
Fantastic.
Crunchy. All organic. I actually included it into my bridal kit because so many people are developing allergies from the chemicals that are in, the beauty products now that haven't been regulated for a long time. They're, starting a movement on that, the clean beauty movement, which is awesome. And Crunchy was introduced to me in that wave.
I love.
And you know who can complain the most about women wearing lead-based makeup? Men.
Yeah.
Because we're the
everywhere.
one kissing the woman. We're the one wearing it.
Love my Crunchy. When they reformulated and they were looking for a new distributor and I couldn't get the foundation, I must have tried a foundation a week. Now, you know what an investment that is to buy a new foundation every week? And this was not from a local drugstore until they finally started remanufacturing. Now I just buy 2 at a time. When I finish, because I go through, I know you're not going to believe this, but I go through a lot of foundation.
No, I do believe it.
A lot of makeup for what we do. But it's amazing. I love that you use that, which means you're
awesome.
just environmentally and based with your clients.
I mean, as these things kind of come to light, I feel like more people are putting emphasis on what's going on our bodies and in our bodies. So I feel like the awareness is what's bringing everything out.
It's very
It's
cool.
great.
How do people reach you?
You can reach us on social media, on our website, theaestheticcenter.co. We're the Aesthetic Center on all of our social media sites, Instagram, Facebook. That's where we're at.
You're both there together?
Yes, we are.
You can call,
Abby
make
is
an
actually one
appointment.
of our estheticians.
All right, for with Abby or the permanent makeup, and I love that you're also doing the medical side of it.
Yes.
And the foundation?
Yes.
All right, reach out to them. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more with United Latinas. I don't know who else is joining us on the set, but we'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was great. Do you guys stream this live on your...
Yeah, it's streaming live right now. Yeah, so that was live.
Wonderful. Hello. Hello, everybody.
How you doing, Dimitri? If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient, that little bit of adventure in a bottle, to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a United Latinas Tuesday, live in our warehouse in our New Dawn Theater at our AMP2 TV studios. So come on out, they're here, they're networking, they're meeting, they're greeting, they're having some delicious food. There's actually a couple of guys here as well. We're located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, suite number 13. So come on out, say hi, or send us a message. We would love to help spotlight your business as well, or bring your event to life. Freddie's going old school, so he's back and forth. Do you feel like back in the day?
I remember doing that.
How you like it?
I kind of like it. I'm a little rusty. No, I'm not rusty. I do it every night.
You know, one of the things you do best is teach. And when we actually have the time, we love our crew. And when it's a lot of them at a lot, it's fantastic. When there's fewer and we get to teach is really when one of the things that I love is when you get to shine. And you sit and teach and they learn and you're like in all your glory.
I like it. I like to give them the opportunity to do this. Now, we are going to be also doing a production for the Brain Bowl. Is that the next one?
As of right now, that Brain Bowl will be next Friday.
It'll be next Friday.
At Boca West Country Club. And as a matter of fact, tickets go on sale only through tomorrow. So if you are interested, you can go to brainbowlevents.org. You can also go to Eventbrite. You can find them on Facebook. Tickets stop tomorrow, and then it becomes a sold-out event. So if you're interested, it's to benefit Alzheimer's, dementia, all the neurological diseases, the 3 Alzheimer's associations in Palm Beach County, as well as it's going to give back to the AACY, American Association of Caregiving Youth. So some of the funds will go back to these kids and their families that are living with and caring for a family member with Alzheimer's or dementia or any other ailment. But these kids, they're not like kids that you think. They're not going to school on time. They don't have after-school activities. They may even be in Title I school for lunch and food. And that is not a childhood that you think that you all know about. So a lot of these funds go back to help support these kids in after-school activities and giving them a life they all deserve.
That's right. And that is on January 31st?
That is on January 31st. It is at the Boca West Country Club. Tickets are still on sale, like I said, until tomorrow, and then it becomes a sold-out event, and you'll have to wait till 2021. So get your tickets in. I think there are about 700 people right now.
Yep. And that's a smaller number because she cut it off. There was over 1,200 last
It's
year.
going to be a more intimate event.
More intimate.
I'm glad I'm not cooking for that.
And if you're a sponsor and you're getting late, they're taking a list for next year because they're going to do it again bigger and better.
However, they are looking for volunteers. So if you want to volunteer, it does get you into the event for free. You will volunteer. They're looking, even if you're a student, you just have to be over the age of 18. So if you're at FAU or Lynn, you're part of a sorority or a fraternity, or you're looking to give back, even a high school student that's looking for hours, they are looking for volunteers. You can contact us right here at the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook, or you can contact them directly at Brain Bowl.
That's right. Give us a call, 866-224-5422, and we'll hook you up and take care of
That
business.
is coming up. We've got 3 more Latinas, United Latinas. I hate to say Latinas because not everyone's a Latina.
So say United Latina.
It's the same thing. We've got Karen, we've got Maria, and we've got Morella.
Yes.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Marilla, get closer to your microphone so we can hear you.
And Karen was with us at one of our other events. I forgot. Was it
Yeah, she looks
Thanksgiving
familiar.
or Christmas?
She looks
Welcome
familiar.
back.
Yes, I was. Yes, I'm happy to be back.
Tell us what you do.
I am a peak performance coach, life coach. I am also a social media figure. I'm known as Better Me Karen on social media.
And what is Better Me Karen?
Better Me Karen is the best of myself. It represents a transformation into living my best life and reaching my full potential and helping others to do the same. So I spent a lot of time doing videos to inspire other people and help them overcome negative beliefs.
Have you seen the Karen meme that's going out?
No.
My girlfriend's name is Karen, and she says, have you seen, there's a whole thing about being named Karen.
I have not seen
I'm going to pull it up when we go to break. A whole thing about being Karen, and the mom has the bob, and she's like, and I want it this way, and I want it that way, and you send your food back. It's a whole thing about being named Karen.
Wow.
It's really funny, but maybe you can incorporate that. There's a whole Karen starter kit.
Can I
That is
change
so
my name to
original.
Karen? Can I be called Karen?
You want to be called Karen?
Yeah, why not?
Isn't that funny?
I think that's hilarious.
That is very funny. Oh my gosh.
That is
But a
hilarious.
peak performance coach. And how long have you been with United Latinas?
Since they started, I've been with United Latinas since they started, but I travel a lot. I do international coaching as well. So I've been on and off, but I met Sandra Torres, who started United Latinas, and I loved the idea, and I've always been supportive, and now I'm on the advisory board.
And what has it done for you or for your business?
I really appreciate the camaraderie of the group. I feel that the idea that we should support each other instead of women have a way of knocking each other down really inspires me to work harder, and we mentor each other, we share ideas. That support system is invaluable.
And Maria, how about you? What do you do?
I am a certified professional life coach specializing in premarital and marriage coaching.
Right up your alley. Let me know.
Premarital and marriage coaching.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell
Well,
you
you
what
must
she
be
did.
one busy lady.
I am busy and I love it. I help the dating, courting, and engaged couples get those rose-colored glasses back into focus and look at the realities of the challenges that they may be facing and help them develop the skill sets that they're going to need so that their love will stand the test of time.
Now, is
I'm
this...
going to let you take this one. This is
Is
your
it-
speciality.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm going to talk about this broken thing. So let me ask you, more men or women come to see you?
It's funny because I have a mixture of both. I actually had the last couple that I just coached, the husband was the one who approached me saying that they needed, they were newlyweds actually. They were only married a year, but they faced so many challenges in their first year that love that united them, that passion started to die off already. The first year, imagine that.
No,
So
I
how
can
many-
imagine that, yeah.
How many married couples married more than 1 year?
I can imagine, I can tell
Yeah.
you 6 months. My cousin got divorced 6 months later.
Yeah.
They were great friends when they weren't married. They got married and they all went to,
That's why
happened?
that's
The hell
why
is
I'm
that?
an advocate of premarital coaching, because if we can get them at the start.
Yes, like at the
Then-
womb.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice to get them from the womb, but
Well,
if
what
we get them at the
changes?
start, it helps.
What do you think changes? What are some of the biggest
Life
things?
life gets in the way. They have babies, they have their careers. They don't make the time to date one another. So that's why the passion starts to fizzle out. Then when the children are off and they become empty nesters, they don't even know each other anymore, because they've been so involved in child rearing, they've been so involved in the activities with the children as they're growing, they've been involved in so many other things in their own career. They're strangers. So
Oh, we could have a show for days here.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, I gotta ask a real silly question.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help me with this a little bit. The way I look at life, if you take yourself and everything you do too seriously in a relationship, you're gonna smother it.
Yes.
Right? If you put your hand over a candle, it dies. So why can't you make, and again, I'm using the word again, adjustments. Why can't you make adjustments? And just communicate, okay, if you're feeling a little and you want a little bit more pizzazz or whatever, why not just create that and say, I want this. If the other person can't give you this because they're working 36 hours a day, it becomes another challenge, right? Our kids today have tremendous challenges. Just to pay the rent is ridiculous,
A
right?
lot of times it's a mindset.
Exactly.
Or one or the other spouse has been rejected so often that they just fear taking that step again, right? To reignite that passion. So a lot of times it's working with these couples and developing different perspectives. Okay, what would it look like for you? What would it feel like for you if? See, it gives them a different way of seeing things. So it's definitely a mindset change, an emotional set change. So it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
But
Can
I
you get it back?
absolutely love it. Absolutely, yes. I am prime example. I'm a living example. My husband and I didn't think we'd make it the first 5 years.
How long you been married?
We've been married 27 and a half. Patient, loving man.
20
with
what?
me. 27 and a half.
I can't even count that.
27 and a half.
Wow. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Yes,
My
thank
parents
you.
were married 66 years.
Yeah.
And they never had a fight.
Whoa.
Never had a fight.
Is that
Wow.
true?
No.
I don't think so.
I
There's just no way.
That's a no joke.
We'll have disagreements.
Karen's been married, what, 38?
Yeah.
38 years.
38 years.
That's why you're a coach, because you coach it.
I
You
would
walk
say-
that line.
Can I tell you? If you ask me, I would say that a very important thing within a marriage is flexibility, right? Because the way that I think
right.
about it is that we're all imperfect, right? But if we kind of fit together like a puzzle, if your partner where you're strong, maybe he's weak, and where he's strong, you're weak, right? Then it makes life a lot easier, right? So if you're willing to not always want to be the winner, right? And you, another thing is, married couples, everybody thinks 50-50. No, it's 100%, 100%.
Agreed.
Because when somebody's wrong, whose 50% does that belong to?
Exactly.
Now, somebody's always got to be able to say, listen, I was wrong in the
Yes.
marriage, right?
Yeah.
In a relationship, even in a business, you got to say, somebody's got to say, and not everybody can be right all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be wrong once in a while, right? And it isn't about, again, I go back to this thing, don't
I don't
take
think it's
yourself
not
so...
right or wrong. I think it's about pivoting or adjusting.
If I do an investment in our
Flexibility.
business and I lose $10,000, I lose it, boom, right out the door. You're gonna be upset. What am I gonna say? Is your fault? Because you let me get away with it?
Well, we had some challenges in business.
I tell you, don't worry,
said
Tony
to
Money.
me, you said it's my fault. But you know what?
I never said
but
it was
then it's
your
not my fault, your fault.
Well, it's my fault.
You said it was your fault. But look where we are because of your fault.
Yeah, but I'm doing it because you gotta have somebody to take the heavy.
Yeah.
In my understanding of things. Now, I've been married and divorced twice. I still ain't got it right. First time 5, second time 17 and a half. What is it with
Next
this
time,
half?
give me a call and we'll talk.
Honey, I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna be waiting by the phone. A little while. I'm just not good at it.
Are you married?
She's married to another individual.
Oh, okay.
But we work constantly around each other, and we've been doing this so long that when she scratches her head, I feel it.
When I say remember when, he says
Yes.
yes. As a matter of fact, and he'll know exactly what I'm thinking.
But doing, when you are down to earth and you can see things with somebody, it makes a lot of difference in business. It makes a lot of difference in philosophies. Now, my two boys have just gotten married, and one is having a second child. They've only been married 2 years, the other one year, and he has a child. It ain't easy.
No.
And I told them, are you sure this is what you want to do? Because, when you're 20-something, they're indestructible. They think they know better than everybody.
Yes.
And they don't see that storm coming. I mean, we've been through these storms. I can only imagine 38 years, I'm going to go light a couple of candles for you. Congratulations. That is amazing.
Yes, and still in love, I got to tell you.
That's even more amazing.
Yes, that was more amazing.
So-
She's just not going through it. Both of you are both in love, and infertility issues, and whether you have children, you can't have children. There's issues all the way around.
Yeah, my husband and I faced it, and it was a tough journey. And we still grieve that loss, but we faced it together.
That's what's
We
important.
faced it together.
Now, I before we go on to the next guest, I got to ask, sometimes when you look at your spouse or your significant other, that's speaking volumes, right? Because men have a problem. We don't know how to talk about how we feel.
Yeah, that's hard.
And then women have a problem because they always want to hear it.
Yeah.
So how can you hear the silence? There you go. Hear the silence, right?
Hear the
And does that
silence.
count in a relationship?
Yes, you have to you have to be able to listen to those cues. Silence speaks volumes. If my husband is quiet, I know something is wrong. I know when there is just he's tired or he's hungry or whatever. But then there's that dead silence. I know something's going on. So you have to be able to listen to those cues. Even the silence speaks to you.
It's very good. I love it.
Sometimes I'm silent physically, but in my head, I've had full conversations with every person that I met during the day, that I know I'm going to see tomorrow, that's probably in the house or not out of the house.
Because we women are multitaskers.
But
The
in my
men can
head,
sit
I'm
there and
having these
an empty
conversations.
head.
Well, look at that. She gives you a Superman cape.
But
Women are multitasker. Sybil,
I told
with
you,
700
I'm
personalities.
going to have a cape closet.
A cape. She's having a cape closet. You would think it's for her shoes. No, she's going to have multiple capes.
A cape closet. I
There
think
you
I
go.
even said to you, said to me, "Why are you quiet?" And I said, "Didn't I just say that too?" And you said, "No." So I have these
Thinking out loud.
conversations in my head, and they don't always come out of my mouth.
Yes, I've been on this road.
My cape closet is all I can say.
I've been on this road.
Deb,
But,
you
you
have
know,
something to say?
Yeah, I have a question. Do you ever do counseling for friendships? So like something like a dynamic like them two? Or is it just married couples?
what are you trying? Are you
I
trying to tell me
spe-
something?
No.
I specialize in premarital and marriage, but I am a certified life coach, and my background is in family studies also, and human development. So I coach along all of life's transitions, friendships, absolutely.
And what would you say is the most important thing for like a lifelong friendship, not necessarily with your husband or your boyfriend, but with like a friend?
Oh goodness, trust and honesty.
Okay.
Trust and honesty.
So a little white lie doesn't count?
There shouldn't be any white lies.
Let me ask you, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. You don't have to answer. Sometimes you have to say a little white lie to save another person's feelings, right? So I had a shrink that came in here, and she says, "I don't care about that, don't you?" She doesn't care about how I feel. Remember this?
Yes.
She told me, "I don't care how you feel. Don't lie." But do you spare someone's feelings? The little white lie counts?
Well, it depends what a little white lie
I think
is.
it depends on the situation.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you wear a dress that is so unbecoming, you should just like burn it in the backyard.
I always tell my husband, if it doesn't look good on me, please tell me.
Yeah, but
even
then-
if you're uncomfortable, even if I get upset.
But are
I
you
don't
gonna
wanna
say
look
why?
Like a fool when I'm outside.
Are you gonna say why? And this is why, you got a chicho here and a chicho there. You gotta take it off.
Absolutely. Se me ven los
Really?
chichos, no lo quiero.
Really?
Yes.
You know what a chicho is?
Yes.
It's extra grump.
Yeah.
Extra lump.
I love
so that's
handles.
so love handles.
I appreciate that type of honesty.
Really?
Yeah.
My second wife was pregnant 8 months, 7 months, and I came home. She was crying hysterically because she said she looked like a big fat cow.
Oh, her hormones.
And I said, her hormones, she was driving me insane. So I said to her, you gotta stop. You look beautiful. So now we met Danielle Boujon. Was that her name?
Yes.
I'm very bad with names. And she takes pregnant women, she makes them beautiful.
Pregnant women are beautiful.
I mean, but she photographs them.
Yes.
Holy smokes, she puts it out there. I'm like, hey, that chick's still married. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Really nice. But honesty, you're saying, should always be upfront, no matter what. No sparing.
Karen, what do you think?
I agree.
Wow, you see, I don't know anything. I'm
But
so
here's
stupid.
because here's a question that you should put to yourself: who is that lie serving? Is it serving her or is it serving you?
Her.
Not necessarily, because you're telling her that because you want to hear the backlash. You're imagining that you're going to hear a backlash when you tell her the truth, which is you don't look so good in that, and so she might get upset, but it's going to affect you. So really, who is it serving?
But then, if I don't really care, we go out there, and I don't care. I'm just happy we're out there, and it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me, and somebody says something to her, and I should have said something. Then it's on me. But yeah, I'm trying to balance this out, because when you're with somebody that you care about, so what? You want to go in a bikini? I don't care. It makes no difference. I'm not
Don't you
looking
want
at
the person that you're with to feel good? Don't you want the person that you're with to feel good about themselves?
But is that my responsibility or hers?
I believe that if they're specifically asking you and you're lying to them, yeah, it becomes your responsibility.
Wow. That's just why I'm tired. Forget about it. I just think at it.
I don't know. I just get dressed in what I want, and I look, and they may say to me, "Well, if you wear that, this is the response you're going to get. Is that what you want?" I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta go."
Well, but that's but
Or no,
if you're good
I'm
with it, then
changing.
that's fine.
Or no, maybe I shouldn't walk the streets of Delray Saturday night dressed like that.
Well, if you get dressed like a piece of meat, the vampires are going to come out. I used to say that too.
Right, but it's all a matter of what you think you feel good in and what others are going to perceive you. And so I may love a dress, but I don't have a boy brain. But a boy may look at me and have a different version of me than I think.
Oh, you're talking about boy brains as opposed to, I think the women are more than the guys are. And look at you. I mean, I had 100 women in here the other day, and they were all talking about, oh, you have the same dress. It looks better on me. I said, I can't believe they're having this conversation.
Yeah, it wasn't so nice, right?
So nice. Some of the stories I heard made me almost grow hair again. It was
I know.
craziness. Women, I'm just going to stop because I'm going to put foot in mouth.
We're
But
going to
women,
move over to the legal shield side.
I'm going to need a legal shield
Let's
side.
talk to Morella. We just need to get her closer to your mic. I
Here's
gotta
the
tell
mic. You have a comment?
That's the mic.
You have a question or
I have a
comment?
question for her.
Okay.
Oh, she has a
Right,
question.
so I have a question for you. So when the love is fizzling out,
Hit the button. What number you on?
3.
Hit 3. Okay, say that.
Is your green light
It should
on?
be good.
Yeah. All right. Quick question for you. So when love is dying out, what is the one thing to go to? Like, what's the one go-to measure to take in order to rekindle that romance?
It's going to depend on the couple. Each couple is unique in how they express their passion for one another. It could be just establishing a date night. If you have kids, get mom, grandma, your sister, your brother, your closest friend to take care of those kids. And if you can't afford to go out, okay, ship those kids out for the night and stay home. Make his favorite meal or make her favorite meal. Do something, freshen up, take a nice shower, put on some cologne, whatever it was that enticed you to that person when you were dating. That's important. That's how you start to get those embers burning again.
The
Are you
date
married?
night, the reconnection, especially I think
Yes.
after you have a baby, because you
Oh,
think, oh, baby's going to be
yes.
great. Then you don't sleep, and then everybody's working. And next thing you know, you don't have those date nights anymore. You don't have
Exactly.
those lazy Sundays anymore because
Life happens and you don't,
because
you're not intentional
babies
about
come
spending that
first.
time. Mm-hmm.
Once you're married, I don't think he's married. He's a student. You're not
He's not
married, are
married.
you?
No, I'm not married.
You're not married, right?
No, I'm not married yet. No, I'm almost engaged, but not
Okay.
married.
How old
yet.
are you?
How old are you?
I'm 21.
What do you mean you're almost engaged? That's like being a little
I
pregnant.
have the ring, but I haven't proposed yet.
Oh, so she doesn't know?
So now
She doesn't know yet. No.
She does now. She's watching us.
She can't see me though.
She knows your voice.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure,
All
sure.
kidding aside.
Yeah.
You're 21.
Yes.
And you're going to get engaged.
Yes.
Because you know she's going to say yes.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Why would I?
With 21 years of age, you got your whole life ahead of you.
There's pressure.
To do it?
Yeah.
You're pregnant?
No.
So what's the pressure?
She's pressuring me, I guess.
We need to
Because
talk.
yeah.
Do you have an extra card, Doc?
Yes, I do.
Because she she's in that whole posting pictures about marriages and posting pictures about babies and houses and all that stuff, and she's very enamored with that.
Rose-colored glasses.
Yes.
How old is she?
She is 19.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, son. I am going to get you a get out of jail card. I'm gonna give you a tanker. You have a car, right? I'm gonna give you a tanker car. I want you to get away as fast as you can. And I'm talking to you as a guy who's been through this dance twice. You're too young for this. She got to slow her roll a little bit. But I'm gonna let you talk to the doc, because I'm just telling you what I would tell my kids. It's a great feeling until it ain't. That's all I got to say. And she'll talk to you a little bit more on that. Let's get to the legal side, because, wow.
Maria, you'll get, actually, since he has a question, let's give out your information. How can people find you?
My name is Maria Velez, MDV Life Coaching Services. My website is velezlifecoaching.com. My phone number is 561-324-7251, sorry, and I would love to be able to serve you in that capacity.
I tell you, you're much needed.
And Karen?
My name is Karen Machuca. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. My website is www.bettermekaren.com. And my phone number is 201-727-3262. At your service. Happy to talk to you.
You know, why don't we go to commercial
No,
break?
let's keep rolling.
You want to keep going?
Yes,
With
because
Marilla?
let's talk about Legal Shield.
Okay, let's talk
because
about Legal Shield.
Let's just stay with it. Make it
Marilla,
life easy.
I know the bank is one of the sponsors today that you're working with.
Yeah, it's not a bank.
Talking to the mic.
It's a Legal Shield and ID Shield.
Just bring the mic
Okay, I
over.
thought it was
The
PNC.
mic over.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You're
I'm
Legal
with-
Shield.
I'm an independent agent with Legal Shield and ID Shield.
And tell us what Legal Shield and ID Shield is.
So we have been protecting families. We believe that every family, every business, North American family, because we have coverage in the United States and Canada, we believe that every family, every business, every employee, every commercial driver should have access to the legal system.
Yes.
Because a lot of money, we don't know what our rights are, we don't know where we stand, what options do we have. Attorneys specialize like doctors do, so maybe you have attorneys. I always tell, I've been with I'm a product of the product. I've been with the company for over 14 years. I started because I wanted to do my will, and wills are expensive, and there's a huge need. We're all gonna leave this place not breathing, right? So it doesn't matter if you're 19, 21 years old, 42 years old, it does not matter. What the important thing is for us to make decisions ourselves, not some judge that doesn't know where to put the traffic lights, right? So when you have legal, I was looking to do my will over 14 years ago, and a very good friend of mine told me about Legal Shield. This is a very comprehensive coverage. You have a law firm when you have the personal protection plan. Your family's covered, spouse or significant other, kids up to 26 years of age, and you have a law firm, top-rated attorneys nationwide. So they do your will. If you get a ticket, they do phone calls and letters. You know, sometimes we get treated unfairly. Society happens to all of us. Sometimes we get that phone bill that you signed the contract for $30 and they're charging you $32 more. It's not $2 is not much, $10 is not much, $15 is not much, but it's not what you signed up for, right? So it makes sense to have Legal Shield instead of paying an attorney $500 an hour. And I love the law profession. There's a huge need, but they specialize. And if I get a ticket in California, the attorneys, my friends, my family, I have attorneys in my family, but most of us, we're business people, we know people, right? So they're gonna refer me to someone, but when you have Legal Shield, you don't have to bother your friends. You don't have to bother your family. They don't have to get into your private life. They don't have to know that your teenager had some incident, he had a few drinks more and he got a DUI. They don't have to know this stuff. You have Legal Shield, you have these top-rated attorneys with you and for you, and you're not breaking the bank. And we also, we do that for businesses, small businesses. 90% of small businesses in America are small businesses. So we protect them, the business owner, their family, their employees. We're an employee benefit. We're in the city, we're in Boca, most cities, municipalities. The company, we've been in business for almost 50 years, since 1972 to be exact. We started being an employee benefit, and we are still employee benefit, very strong. Identity theft, we have a network of top-rated law firms and top-rated licensed investigators. Identity theft has been here for the past 17 years. It's not going anywhere. Identity thieves, they're not interested in our money. They're interested in our personal identifiers. In your driver's license, in your medical ID, I steal your medical ID, I do a tummy tuck, whatever it is, you're gonna get that bill, you're gonna say, I'm all together, thank you very much, I haven't done anything. You have to prove it, right? So you have ID Shield and Legal Shield. 70% of identity theft cases bring legal implications. So that's why it's like the perfect marriage.
Is it a monthly fee?
It's
Is
a
it
monthly
as
fee.
needed?
Yeah, it's a monthly fee, and you can do it. I'm a lifer. I will always have Legal Shield and ID Shield, but there's no risk because there's no contractual agreement, right? So people can have it like me forever, 30 years, 30 months, 30, however it is.
How much is the fee a month?
The family plan is less than $25 a month, and there's several business plans starting.
And then if you need it, if you get a traffic ticket or your kid gets a speeding ticket, is there an extra fee on top of that?
No, it's
so
included.
It's a flat fee.
It's a flat fee. 80% on the personal plan, 80% of the coverage, it's included at no additional cost. Are they going to do everything at no cost? Of course not. Anything that exceeds what's included, the like unlimited documents, contract review, 15 pages. If you send a contract 20 pages, you speak with your attorneys, and they tell you, this is what it's going to be, and you say, let me think about it, let's do it.
Wills as well?
They're included at no additional cost, $25.
And there's no...
It's included.
There's no minimum contract?
No, there's no minimum contract, and there's, on those wills, there's reviews, updates every year at no additional cost. It's included for me, it is an investment. I mean, I don't.
You could do a will for you, your spouse. You could do your whole family wills for $25, basically for the month. And then if you didn't renew it, you didn't renew it.
You didn't renew it. Nothing happened.
Did you hear that?
I had a show on WSBR 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Legal Shield. One of the gentlemen came forward and he did a show with me on SBR, which was the #1 business radio station with the video. He lasted with me 3 months. He got so busy that he couldn't do the show anymore. It was just phone call after phone call after phone call.
That's great.
And because you offer different types of protection, it's like having a house full of attorneys with the same fee.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He went nuts.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know what a legal shield was. They gave me, you guys used to give out these little pocket things where you used to slide your bank card in.
Oh, yeah.
So it was legal shield.
Yeah.
So that you know that they have gizmos. If I get close enough to you, I can steal your debit card.
I know. It's scary, isn't it?
You know who introduced me to Legal Shield? Russ Johnson.
Really?
He works for Legal Shield. You know Russ
Ross,
Johnson?
yeah, I know.
Everyone
He's been
knows
with
Russ,
us
right?
many years.
Many years. He's been with you
years.
16 years now.
Yeah.
And Russ Johnson came on the air, and he was the one that did this. He went from there to the other shows. Russ did about
He was
6
married to a
shows.
Colombian lady. Well, I think they got divorced.
I met her as well. You should have been there. What's the matter with you?
I didn't know.
Last time I saw him, I think he said he got divorced.
Yeah,
I think.
he
I hope
only
I'm
gets
wrong.
divorced when he wants to date somebody.
This
so
to
I
me is
guess.
an amazing concept because people who are worried about they can't afford their wills, their trusts, their speeding tickets. I mean, you've got to talk about families. I remember I was taking my daughter to Preview at University of Florida. All right, my first child. She's going to school. We're going to go to Preview, and I'm going through that Leesburg toll plaza. I never knew toll plazas were 25 miles per hour. Until they pulled me over and I got a ticket. So it was that ticket, it was the attorney fee, it was then I parked my car, I was so upset in Gainesville, I backed in, I got another ticket. I had been gone for about 12 hours, I had gotten 2 tickets, an attorney's bill, my daughter was going to school, and you talk about upset, I thought, oh my gosh, but that was like a $600 drive through the toll booth.
Yep.
That's
You handle divorces too?
Everything.
Really?
Everything. Read my lips.
No, but
everything.
but they tell me divorce attorneys are a specialty, so you handle specialty.
Immigration. If you have a law
Immigration,
firm.
too.
Immigration.
Well, hold on. You're gonna handle divorce for $25 a month.
If it's a friendly divorce, because
They're all
once you touch that court, that courthouse, it's gone, baby. I mean, it's not, even if you're taking me or I'm taking you, we're paying. You're paying and I'm paying.
But I'm paying the 25 anyway,
but
right?
with us, if we're going to court for whatever it is, if my niece, 18 years of age, 3 years ago, they have had legal till for many years. They used it for everything. She had a DUI, 18 years of age, almost your girlfriend, God forbid, right? So they're starting their life. For any adult, a DUI, it's serious, right? For an 18-year-old, come on. So they hired one of our attorneys. They have Legal Shield, criminal attorney. All they do is DUIs. And he was able to reduce the charge from, and we don't fix, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what but he got the charge reduced from DUI to reckless driving. That's huge, guys.
Yeah.
That's day and night. And she got a second chance in life. Thank God and thank the attorney, right? So we all deserve it, and for all of our loved ones, we would like that, right? For the kids, for everyone, absolutely. So
yeah, but the divorce thing is an amazing thing. There's a lot of money when you get divorced. I went to my attorney. She was in Tampa, and I sat with her, and we're talking for 45 minutes about stuff, about her life, my life, and then we got in 15 minutes. So she charged me for the 45 minutes. So I don't remember her name. I said, wait a minute, we were talking about you. She says, you show up in my office, the clock starts. Whether you talk about me, the dog, or the bird. True story. It cost me a fortune to get representation.
Imagine if we had that model here.
Forget about it. You're talking about, you can have a business, right? Which I can see why you're associated with this group. And your business costs can ruin your business because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. You can be headed down to all these other things that you have to have in play, and you're spending thousands and thousands of needed revenue for your overhead, for your business, for your building, for this, for that. And you're always stuck in park. And you never get a business, you never get a building, you never get nothing because you're paying. I always said there are two things important in your business world, which is your accountant and your attorney. Yeah. And I used to take mine to dinner in New York because I used to have buildings and everything else, and I knew the difference. But it's a fantastic program.
Yeah, it is.
And it covers your family also. They have people, if your kids need work and they need help, like if your kid is driving along and they get into a fender bender.
Yeah.
And that can cost you money.
My son just had a whole thing with that.
Yeah.
But not a good thing. I know.
But it's a nice repertoire, and thank you for coming and sharing.
Thank you for having us.
How do people find you and reach out to you?
My name is Morella. My telephone number is 954-625-5841, and my website is Join, Join, Morella, my name, Morell, Join Morella. JoinMorella.com. Thank you.
JoinMorella.com. You can also find her and all these lovely ladies still here at our show, probably for another hour or so. What's our address? 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard.
Really? I know. You forgot where we are? 2400 Northwest
Boca Raton Boulevard.
Come down and meet the ladies and have a cup of coffee. And
thank you.
And if you're getting married, definitely come on down. That's all I got to say.
United Latinas are in the house. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
this
you
was
so
great.
much.
Thank you, ladies.
That was amazing. That was great.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with a PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit. To be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo coffee growers and roasters have that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
Ring your bell. As you notice, Dawn doesn't ring her
I
bell.
haven't quite gotten used to this whole concept of everyone ringing a
Dawn
bell.
still doesn't ring a bell. Ring a bell once in a while.
It just sounds like it's not in tune with me. I like DJ's bells for me much better. He even showed me the
I like
chimes.
DJ's bells too, but I'm not ringing them. Sorry to tell you.
But I'm
Just ain't
mic
happening.
drop is all I can say.
You made me flash. Not too many things.
He's hot flashing.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh my gosh.
Did you see what I gotta work with?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I got DJ's bells. Oh, I don't like them.
You guys have such boy brains. What's wrong with
you?
you?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Welcome back. Goodness to the Brooklyn Cafe TV. It is a United Latinas Tuesday. We're in the house in our AMP2 TV studios.
He's red.
I see that. Ev is back. Ev, welcome back. We've missed you. I'm so glad school's back because Ev is back.
She's F.
I know.
And the other one's Bev.
B.
B and E. E and B?
B and Ev. B and E, and that's Bev. That's Bev, that's B, that's E. Ev. You got that?
I was calling her name, her the other name.
Well, you actually put them together. He put Ev with B, and he calls her Bev. It's like what they call us, DeFreddy yesterday? Daddy and Fawn or something? Fawn and Daddy? Fawn and Daddy, yes. And yes, we do.
I can't believe you do this for a living. I was about to say. So you ladies got a little interview. Did you do Fuego?
Not yet.
Oh,
That was
okay.
next. That's going to be next, right?
Yolanda did.
Yes, I did.
Yolanda happens to also be the host of a show that she does every other Monday.
Yeah, your hometown health show, sponsored by Trilogy Home Healthcare.
You're getting pretty good at it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful show. It's an educational show. Excuse me.
And I learned something new about you today.
What's that?
That you sit on the board of
United Latinas?
United Latinas, yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, on the board of advisors, I help with whatever I can.
Wow, that's amazing.
Which is a lot.
She helps
We
with
need a lot of help.
And you're on the board as well, right?
Yeah, I'm part of the board of directors.
And how
Yes.
many do you have on the board?
We are 8 right now. Yes.
And what's the mission for the board of United Latinas? We know Sandra's vision. What's the mission of the whole?
What's it mean to you?
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's to make this group grow and learn from it, and do the empowerment, the education, take the members to the next level. At the same time, we help to promote businesses within the group and outside the group. And the other powerful thing that we do is support each other. I think that it's a sisterhood. United Latina, it's a sisterhood.
Do you think it's different for Latinas versus
non-Latinas?
Latinos?
No, women are women, but culturally, is it different for Latinas versus?
Yes, it is. I mean, we come from a culture where we support each other a lot.
Women?
We look
Or Latinas?
Latinas.
Really?
You told me that.
We try to support each other's, and at the same time, we've been left under the table. We don't want to be under the table anymore. We want to be at the table. So I think United Latina, it's promoting that.
That's interesting.
You think Latinas were left under the table, or women in general?
I can only speak through my cultural experience, so it's for me hard. It's hard to say for me. Well, it's all the cultures. Yes, we've seen it in other cultures.
Where are you from?
Oh,
What
I'm
country?
Colombian. I'm Colombian.
Different episode in Colombia.
Yes, it's. I grew up in Colombia, and my father it's from Italy. So we have this very strong woman, Italian woman, but only in the house. Outside the house, not so much. But growing in Colombia, you see there's a lot of machismo, and we have to.
What's the matter? Is there a frog in your
He's
throat?
from Colombia. Paula's from Colombia as well.
Colombia.
Yeah.
They all running
Yes.
here.
So we're gonna be at the table right now. From now on, we're at the table.
As far as I'm concerned, you can own the table. You can keep the table. You can run. You pay the bill. You do whatever you want.
And you and I are just on the same wavelength.
We can dance on the table as well.
I'll play the instrument if you want. I mean, the bottom line here is that there's, in my world, I mean, I grew up with a sister that she didn't take no nonsense.
Mhm.
You either respected the game or you out the game. That's the way we used to call it.
Where are you from?
You see,
I'm
you
from
did it too.
Colombia. That's what I thought. You speak Spanish? Sí. There you go, Fernando. We've
You
got our
speak-
co-host.
We got a whole bunch of co-hosts.
Yeah.
We're putting that whole thing together.
Good.
But I just get fascinated by the fact that, and you're married, right?
I am
15
married.
years? 14?
14 years.
You won't be long after this show. But anyway, so your husband understands that you are now at the table?
My husband, it's very funny what he says, because every time I tell him I'm going to be with my group, we have a meeting, we have an event, he always goes, "Did you discuss about the Latinos puppies at the table?" I'm like, "No, we discussed the Latina, the woman, the professional, the power, the Hispanic." Oh no, the papitos at the table. I say no.
What's the papitos at the table? What does that mean?
Are they talking
The
about
men.
the men?
The men.
Because that's what they want to know right there. Support you as a woman. But wait, did you tell them about me too? No.
No.
So no men allowed at the conversation?
It's not that not allowed. It's just not part of the conversation, right? Because
It's not the point.
You're all coming together.
Do you think that maybe you guys spend a whole lot of time dishing away from guys and all that? And Does it seem like maybe there's too
Well,
much
it's just
going
a
on?
conversation. It doesn't mean it's men or women. It's just a conversation.
What are you
about
talking
leveling
about?
up
Of course it's men or women.
business. It's
No,
not,
it's
oh wait, did you hear about my husband?
No, we
Not
definitely-
a conversation.
Exactly.
No, we don't do that.
You see,
We don't
guys,
do
guys,
that.
guys do it, right? When we're
do you
together,
say?
we
You-
go,
you
we
do
go,
that?
Did you hear about my wife?
You don't do that.
You don't do
course we
that.
do.
But
You,
Of course we do.
But does your wife say, "Oh, did you talk about me?" That's just narcissistic.
Yes.
In any culture. Sorry. Did I
Okay,
say
Freddie,
that?
you have to be careful what you are saying here. We have 1, 2,
Freddie,
3,
careful.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women here.
I'm just,
I have to be with you.
Our number.
I'm with you.
I'm just telling the truth.
I'm telling you the
Yeah,
truth.
guys,
I'm with
sometimes,
you.
sometimes we get beat up for all the wrong reasons.
Correct, correct.
She's not beating on men. They're just not discussing men. They're just having a conversation about business, about empowerment, about stepping up, about leveling up. It's not, oh, and by the way, my husband got me this.
Okay, so then I got a question.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
now you're doing business, right? You're in real estate and stuff. You're doing
Yes,
business. And there's a guy, you're getting a condo, a house, whatever, you're doing business.
Yes.
Is the approach towards the guy going to be, you know, papi, I own this table, you don't like it? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to take you down.
Janine would do that.
A lot of women do that, but this isn't
No,
fair.
you
All we
know
want
what?
is a freaking apartment.
That's the thing. That's the thing with the perspective that a lot of people receive from Latina women, that we are all fuego.
That's right.
Yes.
And it's no, there's a professional parameters and that we follow, and me in my particular business, which is real estate, you have to be very careful. You have to follow at least I do. I follow a protocol, and for me, I don't see a man. Oh, I'm working with a customer. There's a man, or it's a woman.
Right.
No, it's a customer. It's a person that it has their needs. It's always woman and man because it's family couples that are buying or selling their property. So I don't have that big issue that it's just a man or just a woman.
Gotcha.
But as I say, you have to be very careful because it can give the wrong impression. And that's what we United Latinas work on it.
Because women are very powerful. That's
We
what
are
she's
not
saying.
just a group here to we are Latina, we're fuego, we're gonna do it our way. We're
Or the
gonna do it
hard
our
way.
way or the way we like it. No, on the contrary, we're gonna show you that we can be next to you if it is a man, another woman at the table. Same
We
level.
all sit at the table.
I'm a member, so it's open to non-Latinos.
Non-Latinos too.
Nice, so you know we can all.
And her name would be Bev.
It's open to all, not just Latino women.
No, Latino.
Because me and another lady are not Latin, and we're a part
I
of
saw
this
men
group,
in here. It's
so-
open to men too.
And it's
And
open
it's
to men
open-
too, yes, but I think the focus is I think the issue, I think what we were is they were, you know, Latin people, women especially, have been kind of like held back a bit. And now I think we're not being held back anymore, is what she's trying to say. We're part of it, and we're going to go to the top, and that's when women get together, that's what can happen. So that's what we're here to support
I want
each
to
other
ask
to
the
do.
younger generation
Oh, here
because
we go.
I keep B is Hispanic, even though she doesn't resonate with it. Her father is Mexican. She doesn't consider herself Latina, but she is.
Yeah, that's crazy that you
But
said.
Ev as well. You're Colombian. Is it different for your generation of women? You look at your moms, your grandmothers. Do you feel it's different for you coming through as a Hispanic woman than it was?
I'll go first because I'm originally from Pennsylvania, and so
Well,
I
that's
grew
pretty
up,
close to Mexico.
Yeah. So I was a minority growing up. I was like the only tan girl. I didn't really know any of my family from my dad's side. So I feel like I'm not as part as the Latina side because I never grew up in that atmosphere. And so when I moved to Florida, I get, oh, do you speak Spanish? And sometimes I feel kind of embarrassed that I don't. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't. And then they're like, why don't you? And then I'm like, oh, well, I didn't grow up with my dad. I grew up with my mom. And so I want to re-enter the Latina, but sometimes I feel like I'm hesitant to say that I am one of you guys because I feel like I haven't been surrounded by that my whole life. So that's something that I want to work on this year, definitely. Because
Well, I got some bad news for you. You are. I mean, you know, bread is bread.
Yes.
Peanut butter is peanut butter.
Embrace
You are.
who
You
you
may
are.
you may say I don't embrace it. It's going to embrace you
It is
because
gonna, yeah.
first of all, you look Indian, like an American Indian.
I know, it's like, what am I? It's rediscovering myself and getting in touch with my roots. And it's taken me a while to do so, but I'm excited to open or look back on my history and learn a little bit more about where I came from and who I am.
And now I have the opposite because everybody thought I was Italian or white. Nobody says that I'm Latino. Everybody says
Even
you.
Michelle said that you're talking Spanish today. She says, "Oh, it's so funny to see you talk Spanish." Because I don't think of you as Hispanic at all.
I don't know why. I'm pure Latino with a little Italiano.
Ev, what about you?
Well, my family is very traditional in that sense, you know, how with the whole machismo in the family. When I lived in Colombia for a while, I saw it a lot in my family, like my aunts and the women in my family. So I think I'm more dominant in the sense where I don't let a man dominate me.
You
But
see,
that has
this is
nothing to do with it.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's not what I'm saying. Like,
no
I
way.
just learned from that where it's like, I'm Latina and I'm gonna place myself and I'm not gonna let a man. Actually, I don't want to say it.
Are you dating somebody?
No, but it's
Like, I wonder why.
I completely understand.
This is
I
so
completely
it's just
understand.
like I'm just like not traditional as the woman in the family, and like if you go to Colombia, it's like she's the head of the household. Like she's at home, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's doing all this.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, but the men, it's like you're the woman and she's like serving the man.
What
you
about
know?
your mom?
Always.
My mom, no, my mom is very dominant. That like my dad left when I was very young, so she was a single mother. So she's very dominant in her set. So I think that's where it comes from me. But obviously like I feel a part of my community, like my Latina community, and I always try to empower women as much as I can, because what's there like in a world that you don't empower each other? There's no one like up against anyone, and like that's how I see it. But with men, like I unite with men too, but it's just like we're just letting her talk.
Hold on, we gotta
I'm glad you're back.
It's very interesting because actually I live in Colombia when I was little, and I live in a household where my father was very machista, and but I never felt not empowered. I always knew who I was and what I came here to do, and I simply like saw myself in the same spot as men or whatever. I never doubted myself at any moment. And when I came back here, even though in my company we have lots of cultures all over the world and we treat each other the same, there was a person here that was kind of, I could feel like there was a little bit of discrimination and things like that. I'm like, it doesn't matter if I don't have if I have an accent. I know who I am, no matter what, and I know that you should also should love yourself for who you are, no matter what, because we're all the same at the end. So it's so interesting to come here and start looking like, oh, you are a minority. Like, what is that? I couldn't even
We
see
should
it in
get
my
rid of that word.
head, you know,
What
like
word?
Minority.
Minority.
I think we
Yeah.
should just scratch that out of the dictionary.
You know, it's really funny because in the presidential election, minorities, Latino culture, the Latino minority is going to be the number one minority in the country. So if you unite them and you get together, you got a big voice. So you can get rid of it, not get rid of it,
Well,
you know.
call it Latinos, but I hate calling it a minority.
I don't care. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call
There
me.
just shouldn't be labels.
Yeah, but there are.
There's
always
gonna
be. Always
There
gonna be
are.
labels. There are.
There's always going to be labels. but
Always.
it's-
Always. And you know what? It's about being able to deal with the deal. Because a lot of people that use labels, they do it for a few reasons and try to make you less whatever. And, you know, I laugh. I mean, create your own house. They come to your house. You do your own thing. They don't want to play. It's like my sister used to say. You either respect or you leave.
And your sister's always worked. I can't imagine her not being empowered with you as a brother.
And she will tell you, she says, if I can't handle it, I call my brother. But the bottom line here is I think there's too much emphasis on we all put our pants on the same way if you're putting them on right.
Well,
if you're putting them on right, because some people wear it backwards.
And that's what we do in United Latinas. We also want those labels get them out of your mind, out of your vocabulary. Forget you are Latina, forget you are a minority, forget you are a woman, forget you're a person with so much power to do whatever you want to do and to help others. Forget about, oh, well, I'm afraid to speak because I have an accent. Hey, forget about that. Just get that chip out of your mind and start doing it.
Did you say ship?
It's a chip. Yes,
Ship.
It's something that they put in our mind. Oh, you are a woman. You are a minority. You are Latina. Or you have an accent. I don't think you're gonna be able to do this or that.
And then you say to that person, I think you're ignorant. So I guess we're even.
Do you know what, though, before we go to commercial break, I just have to, and I wish Sandra was in here, but she can watch this and
No, because she's another one. She scares me.
I don't mean that. We work, since you and I started, we've worked with a lot of women groups and a lot of women empowerment groups. And I must say, the United Latinas are one of the most cohesive, supportive group of women that we have worked with.
True that.
That they always raise each other. And everyone, whether you're Latina or not, you raise women. You really play nice all around the table, whether you're on it, next to it, supporting it, making
Building it.
Building it, exactly.
Dancing on it.
You all support women. And
We do.
and you know what I'm talking about. I've never heard one negative word from anyone ever as part of the United Latinas about another woman.
It's a different culture. You know, and they support one another.
It
and
is.
they're
You
not
told me
looking
that.
up. I tried to
There's
explain
actually a
that.
bottle of coquito I forgot to take out.
Yeah,
We
we're going
should
to take it out. And
now.
Israel hasn't shown up. I'm going to have a bone to
But
pick
you
with
told
him.
me that about Latinos in general.
I
Because I
did.
would say to you, why are people so nice? Why is everyone walking? In our new space, we have a lot of Latinos in the industry around, and they walk in, they give you a beer. They walk in, a bottle of coquito. They
They're
walk
always
in,
bringing
here's
me
a
something.
We have
I don't know
like
why.
It's just the way it is.
Remember, we were very like family like orientated, you know, we're
Yes.
just so unite with each other, so we want to make people feel like they're at home.
It's
Like my
amazing.
friends even say, they're like, Ev, you're like the one that makes everyone feel like they're at home. And I'm like, yeah, because it's like, if you care about someone, I mean, it could be a stranger, like, if you have love for yourself and like love within, like, you love everything and everyone, you know?
That's the way it works. Yesterday, your daughter was here.
And Aaron's girlfriend is like that,
Yes.
too.
And your daughter was here, and she says to me, coming here is like going to a party every day when you go to work. And I said to her, welcome to my Latino world. I said, you want to be Latina? You see, we don't discriminate. You want to be part of the deal? Look at
You're
this
welcome.
guy. This guy's a walking circus. He's ready to rock and roll.
And it's amazing what B said about being tan. My son's girlfriend, she's Cuban. So she sends us this Bitmoji. They were on the road, and we said, it doesn't even look like you. She said, this has been the story of my life. There are no colors on these Bitmoji, she said, that represent who I am.
But they changed that now.
Well,
you
but
can change
look,
the
we
colors.
come in all colors. Look at me.
I know.
I mean,
I'm going to tell you, you
look
look more Italian than I do.
See, and so I've been, you know, in parties and everything, and people get surprised. Are you Latina? ¿Tú hablas español? Really? You can dance? I'm like, yes.
People need
Do
to
you
hear
walk
that.
and breathe at the same time? It's like such a surprise.
Let's go to
So
commercial break.
I'm
When we come
telling
back,
you.
you want to take out that bottle of coquito?
Where is it?
Top shelf in
guess
the
we are.
refrigerator. Our refrigerator, if you open up, there's wine, champagne, and coquito.
And coquito, woo!
You know, and I'm going to tell you something. Don't take it that Latinos are a bunch of drunks, so all we do is drink, but we do like it.
We do
Just
like
saying.
it.
We do
Just
like
say we do like it.
All right, DJ, we're going to go to commercial break. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
What we're really excited about with this new part of the reef is to see what happens with the animals moving from one side to the other and what the growth will be from 10 years worth of mature corals and sponges and things, and what the movement will be onto the new reef.
business MobiPop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it. Does your business
Ring it out.
A new way to grow your business.
Almost got in trouble there.
Fernando.
Fernando, you gotta bring us back.
Aware of the new
Right to you with just a click.
And we're back
Customers will
audio, but
receive
we're
your
not back on video,
personalized
so he's
digital
gonna
business card
check that out
within
while we're
seconds
getting this
with
segment
all your
brought to you
contact
by
information
MobiPop.
in
To
one
get
place.
our MobiPop for the Brooklyn
Including
Cafe,
a
you can text CAFE, C-A-F-E, to 55312, or as Jen, G, and I like to say, you can just scan me. But other than that, you can go to your phone, start a new text function. The number is 55312, and type in CAFE, C-A-F-E, to get all of the information on the Brooklyn Cafe Show, to watch us live, see where we are, see our events, follow us, like us, and you too can get your own MobiPop. Actually, Bev has a MobiPop.
I sure do.
And your MobiPop is Bev, B-E-V?
Yes.
Text Bev, B-E-V, to 55312.
See all my.
And you have like an online shopping MobiPop.
Yeah, I have like 10 to 11 different anti-aging and wellness products, so it's easy to, I don't have to have a separate card for all of them. And
You can navigate everything
people can
there as
just
well.
pick what they'd like to talk to them to feel good.
And Sandra, as we're wrapping up United Latinas, Sandra Torres, you weren't here when I was, Yolanda, have a seat. They can move what's on the chair, bring up a chair. Dimitri, can you move that cup, please, and let her have a seat? We're talking about how we've worked with so many women empowerment groups for the past 4 years that Freddie and I have been doing this. And that your group, the United Latinas, is one of the most comprehensive, kindest, giving group back to other women and men. You never say anything negative. You never see two women in a room not getting along. You never see one trying to bring the other one down. All it is elevating. And what you did today, the way you presented it, was relatable and authentic. And hey, can I be Latina?
Yes.
Yes,
Can I be Latina?
you are.
You
You're
are
already.
Jewish, and I said, okay, you're Jewish.
You have to be.
And you want to convert me to be Latina?
You have to be initiated.
See.
Oh.
See.
See. Claro.
See.
And I got to come up with the
Claro.
initiation.
I think I got claro, pero, sí. Que
We-
cosa.
Oh!
And I won't say the other one you told me I'm not allowed to say.
I don't know what she's talking about. Where are you learning this from, DJ? Because I didn't teach you that.
He's embarrassed. Listen, I told you I like DJ's bells better. Now you teach me bad words. You know what happens at the Brooklyn Cafe stays.
It stays at the Brooklyn
We
Cafe.
are so glad and honored that you did your event here. Tell us how it went for you.
It was awesome. Got great feedback from everybody. Everybody loved, what was shared, and just it's a different and great experience. And I'm glad a lot of women said right before they came on the show, I took what you said, and it gave me the courage to be comfortable.
How did you come up with what you were going to talk about? You had no notes, no teleprompter, you didn't have a screen behind you, but you talked for about 45 minutes.
There maybe not that much, but
Was it all in your
natural.
head? Did you pre-think it through?
Yes, I definitely have the topic of what I want to share, and then sometimes it's just what comes out.
I gotta tell you, you were talking about public speaking. And you were talking about, does anybody like public speaking in front of a crowd? And I remember when I first met you that we were doing your show, and you had to go up there, and you were a wreck, and then you went and you did it.
Yeah.
So I'm telling myself, public speaking, she's always done it, and you've always been a warrior. I mean, you and I have talked about putting something like this together. This is the first of many that we're going to be doing. But this was the first time that we actually got to put all those parts that we talked about, because we talked about this so many different times.
Yeah.
And you talked about fear and about public speaking and how to overcome. I was amazed. I'm in here and I'm trying to do a show, and my ear is over there. And I'm listening to everything that goes on in there. And you're an inspiration. You have a great team of women and men. And you have a great team of people around you, and they are supporting a vision that you and I remember when I first met you 2 years ago, you had this vision. And it's a little bit closer today than it was 2 years ago. So congratulations. I'm glad.
Everything that we talked about. Sandra found us, you were listening to us on the radio.
Yep.
And you came and you met with us. And this was a dream that you had, was bringing forward a Latina group. Fuego didn't exist except in your mind. It wasn't even named, but you knew you wanted to bring it, and we tried. And Sandra came on, and you had a partner, and it's just about making adjustments and pivoting, and we all needed to grow in this together, this collaborative thing that we have grown. And here you sit with this amazing event with 25 people, and you did it. And then you've got Fuego.
And it's about the delivery. It's about, the message is one thing, but it's the delivery, it's the passion. And when you're up on that stage, I saw it. And I try to get the cameras to roll, but we didn't think it through. There's a lot of things that I'm going to do differently. But I wanted to use that as a highlight reel about going up there and taking a chance on a dream. You know how we all say we want to be in business, we all want to do something, and you took a chance and you got up there. Now, I've never been to any of your meetings, and I heard they're all great. So I wanted to make it familia today. That's what I was telling Dawn. I don't care if it works, it doesn't work, I don't care what happens. But if the ladies and guys, they come in here and they feel like familia's here, that's all I wanted today. That's the only message I wanted to deliver today. Like when I saw Yolanda, I said, there's part of my familia. I mean, I've known Yolanda, we work together, we still work together.
Yeah.
Got a lot of respect for that lady.
But we met Yolanda when you and I were working with another networking
right.
group, and then Yolanda was with us, and now she's a host of a show, and now she's part of United Latinas. So when people ask, what's my ROI? What am I getting from working with you or being at your events? Yolanda's a perfect example of how we met her through somebody else, through another show, who's now with Sandra. You didn't know Sandra before any of this, right?
No, I
So
met Sandra
that
through
was a new networking opportunity. She didn't know Trilogy before we met her through that other event. As you say, if you stick with us at the cafe, we will introduce you and do everything we can to elevate everyone where they want to go. And there you sit.
Yes, and thank you.
And you always show up. I said to her the other day, come on down. And
Yeah.
she's on the board. She knew about it before I did. But I didn't know that. But here you go, and now you're sprinkling a little bit of what you feel among all of your friends and among all your coworkers. Some of the women today, some of the things that we talked about, just remarkable stuff. I mean, it's just amazing the people that are around you, and it's a tribute to what you wanted to bring. I'm very, very proud and appreciative that I did meet you, and the journey continues, and that's what it's all about, man. That's it. That's all I wanted to spread today.
Yes.
You know?
And actually, before we end the show, we have about 10 more minutes. I wanted to continue off of our conversation yesterday with Mama Ali, where we went around and asked everyone, what is your dream? So I'm going to start with Sylvia and give Sandra a chance to catch her breath.
My dream. Wow, that's a big word because I have many, many dreams. But let's focus. I want to grow as a person, and United Latina was that, as I said before, that sisterhood that I was able to find and say, this is where I can grow as a person, and not in a selfish way, because I feel that while the group grow, I'm growing with it. And through United Latinas and through Sandra, I met wonderful people, starting with the four of us, Marilyn, Monica, and Sandra, we just connect the first time. So that's our friendship that we've been going for. It's going to be 2 years. So I already grow. And I have to give big thanks to Sandra the day she texts me. And I just met her once. And she texts me and say, meet me at the Brooklyn Cafe. And then I met you and Freddie, and it's another dream for me. I'm saying I've been surrounded with these wonderful people that support me as a person, as a group, as a woman, as a Latina, as a non-Latina, and it's been amazing.
I'm
And
glad
thank
she's
you.
not under the table anymore.
Thank you. And we are not under the table anymore. We are at the table. I like
At the table. And Monica, how about you?
Yeah, it's, I guess, as Sylvia said, if we talking about United Latinas, is to support Sandra in that dream that she has. My dream, of course, is too that we grow bigger, and we see like in a big conference rooms and with a lot of Latinas and women that we can help out. It's like when I came into this country, we didn't have that support, and I think it's to help each other, love each other, and that's what we are here.
Sandra?
I love that you said love, because that's what I was thinking. It's really to spread love, and have more Hispanic women showing up at the table and feeling like they belong and they have a place and they have a voice and it matters, and it's important that it matters. And I want more women to feel that, to feel courageous in their pursuits of life, and anything that they want to accomplish. That's how we impact the Hispanic community.
Absolutely.
Yolanda, since you have got the mic.
Well, I want to say, obviously, thank you for the opportunity to be a part of the board of advisors at United Latina, and thank you for all the opportunities I've had here at the Brooklyn Cafe. For me, it's setting an example for my children, for my daughter, breaking all of those barriers that are all around us, and just being successful. I want to be more successful than my parents were, and just being able, again, just to be able to set that example and my kids have something to look up to.
Bev?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, my dream is, the reason I'm here is because of Sandra. We were at an event at one of Sandra's meetings, and she says, if you guys want to be on the Brooklyn Cafe, come the next day or the next week. And so here I was, and that's when I got to meet you two, which is great. It's been a wonderful ride. And my dream is just to help empower women. I know, I do feel that the Latin community has been kind of held back for whatever reason. I wasn't but they have been. And I'm really glad to be around these powerful women. I mean, I can't imagine moving from another country here and doing what I'm doing today. So I commend all of you, and I'm very blessed to be part of it.
Thank you.
And Karen?
Thank you.
My dream is really to inspire women, to inspire not only women, to inspire people to live their best lives and to build a great legacy, because a lot of times we value things that are really not important in the end. And it's important for us to change our perception and give value to what really is important. So I want everybody to live their best lives, and I want to live mine.
Evelyn? Oh, she has a mic.
Is it on?
Yes.
Well, my dream as well is to create. I had a dream once to create like a company that empowers women and to help them. It was more like a body image one, where it's like, society sometimes tells you certain ways, standards, and how you should look and stuff. So I wanted to create like almost like a community where women can share and love and appreciate themselves the way they are. And that's like one of my dreams I have. And I know like once I finish school, I'll start like making it happen. But for now, that's like that. And to spread love and happiness as much as I can as well.
From a whole nother generation.
I know. It's refreshing to hear.
Amazing. What a great day.
Yay.
Excellent
Thank you.
day.
Thank you so much for having us, for hosting us. Awesome.
Tell
Really
us when your
grateful.
next event is.
Our next event is February 21st, and that's going to be en español. Para las latinas que quieren solamente hablar español y el cuarto que está español, it's going to be a Spanish version one.
How far she's come.
I know. She's gotten brave, because she's always spoken the language.
Yeah.
But I remember you would start and you'd say, Freddie, I can't do it in Spanish.
Yeah.
But there you are.
I tried to do this yesterday with this guy, I'm gonna tell you, it's tough because here I am thinking about what I'm gonna say, and the whole delivery goes right out the window.
Yeah,
Do you think in English or Spanish?
It depends it depends. I can focus those thoughts. So if I know that I need to speak in Spanish, I'll think in Spanish. But it's funny because in English your words come out so fast, and I talk fast as it is.
Yes.
So in Spanish, I feel sometimes I stumble on my words because I'm trying to like get everything out. But in Spanish, you gotta be suave. You gotta like take your time with the words, you know. And
And if people want to join United Latinas,
yes, you can go to unitedlatinas.com. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Send me an email, Sandra@planyourcompany.com. Yeah, and we will. And
on Twitter now too.
And Twitter too.
All right. Well, here's to
She told
2020
me.
United Latinas.
She told me I have to do a lot more
You can
SEO.
share this with you. Do
Yes,
do it.
yes.
Want to share this empty cup with me?
No, go ahead. I got a cup.
All right, have a great day, everyone. Be kind to each other. Thank you all for joining us, United Latinas. If we can help bring your business, your vision, your ideas to fruition through production in our theater, just let us know. You can reach us at 866-224-5422. Our Cafe Press will be coming out by the end of the week. B is working on that. Ev, welcome back. Dimitri, our crew is growing again because, yes, school is back in session. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.